Philippines. On the island like Epstein. Tech on me, no codeine. Niggas hating and they mad though.
First and foremost, I got a few questions. One, like, which made you name it Shooting in the Gym?
I felt like my whole life I was like practicing, you know? Like for years, you know, I want to drop an album or whatever. So I always practice on my craft, always try different shit, try to get better. You know? And one day I was watching Kobe and how Kobe was like talking about like that he signed like a Nike deal for like 50 million. And he came with his sweatsuit and he was like, yo, he was like, you got a basketball? And they were like, yo, this nigga signed a deal for 50 million and he asked for a basketball. Nigga was shooting in the gym, bro. Even after getting that money, he was shooting in the gym.
Yeah, that's fire. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how much impact I feel like Kobe had on our, considering that we all in the same age bracket, impact he has on our lives. Like watching him work and just not even on some like basketball, well, just anything when it just comes to hard work and how that can transfer in other fields, no matter what you do, whether it's music or acting or even a 9 to 5, like just getting up and going hard. Like he was just all about that and stuff. Speaking of basketball, I wanted to know, did that have to do with, like, a lot of people don't know that you have a basketball past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have a history of basketball. And I wanted to know, did that play a part in
shooting in the gym?
Yeah, and the project and stuff, like.
Nah, I won't really say that.
No?
Nah, not really. It was more like just my own struggles and stuff.
So it was like a metaphor in a sense. It's basically like a metaphor.
Pretty much. Like I reference a lot of basketball in the album. Like a lot of the songs.
Well, you may never know, bro. That might be the reason why you reference so much basketball, because you have a basketball past. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that a lot in my lyrics and stuff. Like, I put lyrics out with basketball references, and it's because I watch basketball stuff. Cause I can't ball. Like, I mean, I'm not a baller, but I know how to. Like, I watch it, and I'm fascinated. This is one of my things. We all wear Jordans. We know why we wear Jordans, because I wear Jordan. And you may never know. What was the message? If there's a message behind the project, what would be the message that you're leaving? In terms of like, what are you getting out? Because everybody has a project. They leave. When you put out an album, I feel like you put out an album for a reason, and you put out an album to put out a certain message that you're trying to give to the universe, the world, or whoever you want to reach. Like, what is it?
Mine is like never give up. I feel like my albums feel like the underdogs, you know. You know, I try to do my own thing, like my own lane. Like, there's a lot of things there's a lot of music that's popping now. But I just wanted to do my own thing. I don't really want to sound like nobody or nothing like that. It's not, my music's not for everybody.
I feel that. I mean, that's one of the things too, right? Like when we like create music, like I don't necessarily, I make the licensing music. You know, that's more for like the masses and whoever was gonna reach that. But when it comes down to rap, like that is for a certain audience. I mean, I think we have, we're taught to go for the masses, but maybe the masses aren't the target a lot of the times. Maybe it's the people that, you know, that will cherish the music, that's going through certain things in that moment, that need to hear this music, that has the, you know, that will grow an attachment to it, because it's more than just, people only say grow the masses so they can sell records. And to me, the music is more than just selling records. You know what I'm saying? It's more for, like, you know, people to grow up and think, yo, inspiration, get inspired, or to reflect. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the times we reflect and shit off of music. I wanted to ask you also, like, what songs you feel like you reflected the most in this project, and what songs you think is going to be the ones that people will grasp onto, because it can't be everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
probably the Thursday freestyle, shooting in the gym. Back then, like half the album I did like last year I was sick, so half the album did before and half the album did after. So some of it I wrote during while I was sick, and that's why some of the songs came out the way they came out. It was more about me, like basically talking about my pain and stuff.
So if you don't mind me asking, what do you mean sick? Like a cold or something?
Nah, I had surgery, so I had a few surgeries and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So a lot of music I made was like after that, or during that period, I started writing and stuff. You know.
Yes, that's very interesting. So that makes a lot of sense why you got records. Some records like me personally, my favorite record on the project back then.
Well, back then it's an old track. I did back then like 2019. Like back then the Commando, those are old. Those two are old. Everything else I did like 2021, 2022. But those I did like way before. You
may never know like how much like, and that's why I always urge artists to like go back and listen to music or go back and don't think that there's things are too old just because it's old to you.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised how many artists like not old records for certain albums that's gonna come out in the future. Like I was listening to Nipsey say that recently about how well not recently because he passed, but I was watching his show. His interview on Rap Radar, and about how he's been working on the album for years. Like he's been working on the album for like 4 years, and he was just pulling records for the album and just keep recording and pulling records for which one. And whatever the case may be. So I said, you may never know. Just because you say it's from 2019, that's dope. Which goes back to what I'm saying. Why isn't Streets of New York on the album?
But I put that was already out. So I got this. I feel like you don't get enough of like people don't really work records anymore. Like people work records, but then they get tired of it. And you see the people that really work a record, they usually succeed. So you'll see somebody working a record, you're like, oh, that record's new. Meanwhile, they were working on a record for like 3 years. Like I was watching like Lizzo, she worked the record for 3 years, or Trap Queen was like 3 years. Like, a lot of these people, the records they're working, it been out. It just be just starting to hear it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I feel like they don't make it because they'll put a song out and it's like, oh, nah, people don't like it. But how you know? You didn't really put any money behind it. There's no marketing.
Yeah.
And that's like number one.
Like, that and I feel like a lot of the times you gotta consider like how many people in the world?
Billions.
Billions,
Yeah.
right? I don't know the exact number, but it's definitely billions. We don't take the time out to try to figure out the audience.
Yeah, and the thing is, I feel like you won't know the audience till you put the music up.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta. The thing is no rush. So like, I feel like people they're in a rush. They're like, I put an album out. I gotta put an album out 3 months later. Another album out. But you don't know if people like that album. They might, or you don't know what songs they like from that. But if you work it the right way, you work it for a year, 2 years, then you're like, people like this type of sound from me. Then I know where to go from that.
Yeah.
And people don't take that time, bro, and that's why a lot of people don't make it. They feel the need that they're automatically hot. And that's not the case. It's a lot of hot people, bro. It's people that's better than us.
Yeah, it's fact.
But the difference is like your marketing.
You put it out.
Well, you know you stand.
There's a lot
you put behind you. It's a lot of shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of friends that I have that I feel like are better rappers than me, but you'll never hear them because they don't put out nothing.
They don't put out nothing. Or they don't put nothing behind it. Like I was watching something. I think it was Dolph. He said for a single, like a good amount of money to put behind it is like $275K. Dudes don't even put $200 behind it. They'll shoot a video and that's it.
Because all it takes is like, from my understanding, this is the thing. All it takes for one person to hear it, to like it, that is in control of something that will maximize the potential of the record. Right? You might not need 275,000. That's just for the,
Yeah, to get it really out there. You might not.
You know what I mean?
But you gotta do something. You gotta put something.
Yeah.
So nobody puts anything. They just like, alright, I'm hot because I'm me.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, it's a ton of use.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you gotta know that.
No.
And it's like you gotta be aware of who you are. You can't have an ego with shit. You gotta go, alright, I'm not the hottest. Drop your ego. You know what I mean? That's the first thing. That's the only way you're gonna make it. People just come in, their ego is too high, and it's like they're not willing to put money behind anything, or not willing to take advice or anything. And it's like you won't make it that way.
I feel that. Keeping it on you, the process of picking the songs, how did that go? Like, how did you know which songs was gonna get put on the project?
I feel like I tried to make a good mesh of songs.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I had songs that was better than some of the songs that didn't get put on.
Yeah.
But the ones that I picked were, like, fit better. And they kind of fit what I was kind of talking about. You know? One of my favorite song I didn't put on now.
Really?
Just because I felt like it sounded too much like another song that fit better.
And let me ask you, did you have people with you when you were creating, like did you have a team of people listening to the music and y'all picking it together, or did you just really like do it on your own? Like,
I had a few people.
Okay.
I had a few people. Everybody gave me the input.
Okay.
Less than maybe like 10 to 15 people.
I would assume a few females because you got a few female
Yeah, a
joints on
few
there.
females. So it was like a good like 10 to 15 people, and
Yeah.
everybody gave me, and it's kind of a similar list. So it's like,
And yeah, I can't even get mad that Streets in New York ain't on there because I think Ugly's doing very well.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, in terms of like the feedback we got from the record, like I feel like that was a smart move on your behalf, man. Like, because you got the chick records, right? And you got vulnerable records, you got like turn up records on there. And I noticed like you're not trying to be the best rapper on this project. You're just trying to make great music, right? And when Ugly comes on, it breaks the monotony of the album in a sense. Like, I think it's one of those things that stand out on the album because, like you said, you pick certain records. There's nothing too much on that project. Like, there's not a lot of the songs on there like that. You got the joint with Britney, which is dope. You know what I mean? You got some other joints where you like Reflecting, and those, like me personally, the Reflecting, Vulnerable records are my favorite. But I can tell that Ugly's gonna be a female favorite and a fan favorite and whatever. And I appreciate being a part of that, you know what I'm saying? But
that's how I actually picked that song.
Huh?
One day I was with my girl and a couple of friends, and I was playing music, and that song came on and it clicked. Then sometimes me and Charlie Beach, we go to the hood, and we go to the hood, it'd be like, we go to like this ratchet ass house. It'd be some, you know, ratchet bitches, regular shit.
Yeah.
We go there and we play Ugly. We played another song, and this other song we got neck, and they went crazy, and I was like, maybe this is the one. You know?
That's what you need sometimes as a response of the people that's around you to create that, like, to understand that. What's the name? In terms of Rollout, let me ask you, how do you feel about rollouts now? The pre-rollout or the post-rollout? What's more important these days?
Post Rollout.
Yeah?
It's way more important. An album could be out for years, bro, and you click on it, and that shit, you know, it could just blow up easily. Like, it's definitely the post Rollout. You know?
Yeah, and not only that, it just benefits people like us more, the independent, the indie artists that, like, you know, don't have the big budgets and stuff like that to create the pre-rollout and make it as captivating. Because I am very much a fan of the pre-rollout also. Like, I like the way that artists create like this multiverse of existence through their albums, and you get a kind of an idea of what the album is about before it comes out. I love that. But to drop the surprise, like, I got you, bitch, album rollout, and then you like slowly roll it out after. That's pretty cool too, because it gives you more for us, right? It gives us more time.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in order for to make a successful artist, a successful project release, if you're gonna do you gotta record the album, mix, master it, come up with a timeline of when you want to do the videos, interviews, all these other things that comes with it, documentary, whatever you want to put together, and then put up a budget for that, and then film it, which might take you God knows how long, especially if you got a 9-to-5 like one of us. It's gonna take forever to put out the project. But if you drop the project and then just roll out the stuff, you ain't gotta worry about none of that. Because all you have is nothing but time.
It's true.
Just to put it out.
It's true.
All you gotta do is put out the content, and what you can do is use that, put you know, and just be consistent. That's all you gotta do is be consistent in terms of just like continue to roll out, so you can keep people interested and keep momentum and stuff like that. If there's anything about the album, alright, so I'm gonna say it like this. I know me. I'm always striving to get better. Always striving to improve. Sometimes I do improve. Sometimes I fail. Whatever. It's all the part of the process. When I drop projects, I always have not a regret, but a thing where it's like, man, I wish I would have did this a little different.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you feel like in the project that you could have did different now that the project's out?
You mean as far as the marketing and stuff, or as far as just the
Anything. It don't
music?
matter. Creativity, marketing, anything.
I wish I would have shot like more videos and like more pictures and stuff like that. Probably like maybe like a more like turn up records maybe. You know. But,
In terms of what, like ugly and stuff like that?
No, maybe like more like high energy records. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a couple more of those, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, because you got the joint with Charlie,
Yeah.
Commando, and that got it got a high energy feel to it. It definitely does. I feel like the features. How did that come about? In terms of like, did you already think about it? Like, yo, I'm gonna put together these features.
Nah.
These are the people that I want on it.
Nah, everything was an accident. I was here doing Shorty, and M2 was in the other room, and he heard the beat, and he just walked in and just did the hook. You know, the song Britney, we were supposed to do another beat, and I want to last second sampling that beat because we couldn't sample the other beat.
Why can't you sample other beat?
Yeah, it was too hard. The type of beat it was, it wasn't.
Oh, in terms of so it wasn't a legal reason. It was more so like, all right, how are we gonna sample?
How we gonna sample it? Yeah, so we wound up doing that. The song Me and You, the Ugly, I just played. I think I just played the beat in here, and then you just came over the hook.
Yeah, I think that was sporadic also. Like when we did that one, well, we did a few joints.
Yeah,
Honestly, we did a few joints.
Yeah, it wasn't like planned or nothing.
Yeah, I think we did Ugly, we did Easy, and we did another one.
Morning. Yeah, nothing was planned. The only song I planned was playing with somebody.
And then you did the joint with Young too.
With
all
Young.
at the same time.
Yeah, around the same time. Nothing was planned. That wasn't planned. The only song I was playing was the song with Chase.
Which one?
Song, Night and Day.
Okay.
That's the only song I really played.
Is that the only song y'all did? I feel like I did
30 and
more.
Single.
30 and Single. Is that the only two? I feel like y'all did more.
We was gonna do another one. I still doing a beat. I was waiting for them to do it.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that's a special one too.
yeah, everything else.
Y'all
is
gotta
like,
fix that. Y'all two gotta.
Yeah, I know.
Shoot
I
that, man.
gotta shoot that.
I gotta shoot that one. That one's like, to me, that stands out like sore thumb. Like, man, like I feel like that's more like that. It's a UK feel.
Yeah.
Fashion week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it got that good feel.
yeah,
man.
and not only not only is a good feel, it feels like runway.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that. And I don't know, maybe, but I feel like that should be the feel of the video shoot.
Yeah. Runway.
Black and white photography, or like a model, not like not like a video vixen, actual model,
like a real
you know what
model.
I'm saying? Like, I feel like that should be something that should be manifested in that, in time with that video. I think that one would be cool. Plus, it gives Cleareyevisuals a sense of like, doing a little something different. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the videos y'all do have and it's a great thing that y'all do it, but they all in unison. Like, it has like a certain, like, maybe it's part of the rollout, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a certain aesthetic that y'all created in terms of like what the overall message is in the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Even the stuff what you did with Ezra were all shot similar, very cinematic. It has like the sports themes. It goes with the project. It has a theme, but I think with that one, just change it totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the way that y'all dress on the project, like, I feel like that's, maybe it's subconscious. I don't know if it is. But I asked you, like, the way that you dressed in the videos, is that intentional? Because you have like the warm ups and stuff like that, and it goes outside with the suit and shooting in the gym with the jerseys and what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of it was intentional. A lot of it was like I thought about it before I did it.
That's dope. That's dope. Cause that's what I feel like what a pre-rollout is. Like one of the things that when we was talking about like creating this narrative and creating like this multiverse for the project, images play a part in that. Like just the way you dress plays a part in a rollout of a project. It gives people a certain feel of what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I say that I peeped that and I'm like, I gotta ask him this. But I wanted to keep that for us. I didn't want to call you and ask you that. You know what I'm saying? What is the goal for the project? I'm not talking about monetary. What is your goal in terms of effect, impact?
For this project, like it's gonna be like more like a start, because I know more. I'm gonna have to do like a few projects to really get where I want to get. But I just really want to just really get recognized.
Okay, so this is
like noticed and stuff by people. You know.
Do you feel like you're taking the cobwebs off on this project? Like getting the cobwebs off, like, all right,
yeah,
it's been a while since I put out a body of work, let me, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like it's one of those things where, the next one is going to be taken, not more serious, but you're going to buckle down more in terms of like, now that I got people's attention, let me hit them with this.
Yeah, well, I think like next one I'm gonna have probably like more like feel good music. Like it's something I want to tap into. I just want to see what people like.
Music.
Like 80s and 90s like samples and stuff like that. Me rapping about like I was listening to like a lot of like graduation and like late registration and stuff. So I kind of want to tap into that, but if that was now, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I feel like that's like a lane nobody really like touching it.
I feel like that's one of those things that you got here that you just got to put down on, like, you know, make it tangible for people to like to visualize it. It's one of those things where it's like, all right, I got this idea, I'm gonna put it down. Once I lay it down, I get it to the world. Now y'all can see what I mean. Like
the people just gotta hear it, because you know, saying it sound one way, then people hear it like,
yeah, it makes sense.
Like if it's like basically you took Rookie of the Year and like you just like intensified it.
Yeah,
you know, basically something like that. But even with this album, like it's not done. I got a lot of things I got planned that I feel that's gonna be like big things. Even for like Staten Island, that's gonna really like put me out there. Even put the whole Staten Island out there. So
I mean, being from CT, were you born in Staten Island or you was born in Connecticut?
Born in Staten Island.
I was born in Staten Island. You was moved to Connecticut.
I moved to Connecticut when I was 10.
Okay.
Left when I was 20.
Alright, so you did 10 years in Connecticut.
Yeah. Sound like a bid, right?
I mean, Connecticut's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, depending on the spot, depending on where you at.
I felt like a bid out there. I felt like
it's kind of wild, B.
Yeah.
So, I understand.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like, I feel like the next one, me personally, shouldn't be as many features.
No, it's not. But the next thing I do is gonna be with Charlie. The next thing I do is gonna be all by Charlie. Charlie's gonna.
Oh, Charlie gonna do the whole project.
He producing the whole. So the next thing I do.
And that's gonna be a full length.
Nah, it's gonna be EP. So the next thing I do is gonna be some of the things I didn't do with this. So like it's gonna be more touching like it's not gonna be like motivational music or like inspiring stuff. It's gonna be like ratchet, straight to the point shit, you know what I mean? Like fuck you niggas. That's basically it's gonna be straight like straight to the point shit, you know? Fuck niggas.
Fuck bitches.
Yeah. That's basically what's gonna be. Just straight to the point, ignorant shit, get to the point.
Yeah.
He was like, we was working and he was like, yo, E, all that motivation, you do that shit on your time, bro.
You gotta love Charlie. He's like shit.
He's like, your time you could be universal and do music for, he's on my time, nah, we're gonna go this way, you know? Yeah. So it's gonna be like basically like trap meets like my type of street music. Yeah. I'm not really a street rapper, so it's like
this is my type of street. Like I'm not a street rapper neither. Yeah. However, the stories that I tell. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like those stories are parallel to they connect with people with street guys. Like I could tell a story that's gonna connect with people. You know what I mean? Like in a way it's like, oh, they're gonna feel that. So I understand what you mean. Like you don't have to be a street guy to speak. You know what I mean? Your story, because you come from that. You of street essence. Like you live in one of what I would consider one of the most notorious neighborhoods of Staten Island, and Connecticut alone is, you already know. So like I'm not even like you can rap about that. The thing is, I'm asking, where are I'm gonna just leave that one. I'm not even gonna ask you.
What are you gonna say?
Not gonna say like what's gonna be your approach, but keep that. Don't even let nobody even know that. I mean, like let them just feel when they hear it. What's your plans in the next 6 months for the project? Do you have a plan, rather?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I think about, I'm always like 10 steps ahead. You know, my stuff. I write everything down. I think about it. Like more shows. Like bigger features. I got that. I got a certain amount of streams I really want to hit. You know, just more like and just being more recognized. You know, pumping more into marketing. I got like a marketing plan. I got a couple of marketing guys that I'm working with right now. So you know,
that's hard. That's hard. Who are some of the producers that you work with on this project? Besides Charlie, of course.
I worked with Charlie on Commando.
Okay.
Wet was done by M2.
That's my guy. I love that nigga. Yeah.
My name De Niro, he did Back Then. That's my boy.
That's a kid from CT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday freestyle. I found is a guy on YouTube that I hit on Instagram, and then me and him became friends on Instagram. And he sent me the beat, and he also made the end also.
How does that work? Because I don't like that, man.
Yeah, I hit him on YouTube, and it's crazy, bro. I hit him on YouTube, and I started following him on Instagram, and we just started always like communicating like almost every day on Instagram.
Yo, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Because anytime I try to reach out to the person that made, like, I would buy a beat, and I would reach out to the producer like on Instagram, and they would never respond to me. And I'm like, yo, what did I do wrong? Like,
yeah, it's weird, bro. Some people don't. Some people don't respond. He just luckily responded.
You are a lucky man, son, because I never get that.
And now,
I'm just unlucky. I'm just not lucky. That's all.
Nah, that happened to me so many times. Some people don't respond. Like, he responded luckily, and he made the end. And my boy from Connecticut, he made Guidance, and everything else is pretty much done by Wabi. Wabi did everything.
Oh, so Bobby did like I can hear it because Wabi did like No Money in a Jar.
Money in a Jar.
He did, of course, Ugly, Morning, like
Shorty,
the stuff that's he did Shorty. I would have thought M2 did Shorty. Really?
He did Shorty, and M2 was in the other room. I heard it.
And he just came in and then did the chorus.
That's
crazy. I would have never thought that he would have did that. That's wild.
He did Shorty.
Damn, man.
Yeah, he did Rookie of the Year.
How fun was that video?
Oh, Shorty's fun. Bro.
I feel like that was
Shorty's
cool.
Fun.
Like
that was the funniest video.
And for the people that don't know, I was there. I just wasn't in the video, right? But I think that video was like, was that the start? Nah, Morning was the start, I think.
Morning was the start, yeah.
Shooting in the gym technically was the start.
Yeah, that video was fun too. That was a fun video too.
I wasn't there for that. Shout out to James Rich.
Yeah.
By the way, tell us about that one. How did that even come about? Like you and Rich?
Technically, what? Then you gotta say the story is crazy. I did the hook with Wabi a while ago, like pre-COVID, and I went to Wabi for the first time. I came up with the hook. Like I didn't write it or nothing. Like a lot of the album I didn't write. A lot of the hooks I just came up with. Like, I just came up with the hook on top of my head. He made the beat right there, like he always does. And I had the hook for so long, and then COVID happened. So it messed up everything. So I reached out to Rich and Forbes. So me, Rich, and Forbes went in the studio technically.
That's hard.
And we all did the song.
That's hard.
We went to a studio. I mean, I said the studio's name, but it didn't come out the way we wanted it. And when it was time to redo it again, it got messed up again in the second studio.
Get the hell out of here.
So then the third time, Forbes didn't want to do it. Which I don't blame him. And then it was just me and Rich, pretty much.
What was Forbes doing on the record? He was rapping?
Ad-libs.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, he was doing all the ad-libs.
give me an idea, me and you force me how to do that.
Yeah, he's doing the hours, yeah.
That's hard.
He's doing the hours in the record.
Yeah, I see Forbes all the time bumping into him out. Like him and Nizzle be really close. Like he's just pro Staten Island, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I fuck with Forbes. Is a good DJ, bro.
So you did. Where did you record the project at?
I did everything at Deadlight pretty much.
Which we at right now?
Deadlight
Studio. I'm saying, as you can see, Deadlight Studio.
Most of it was done by Wabi.
Okay.
Wet was recorded by M2 did Wet, and I think M2 did Wet and the Thursday Freestyle. And then back then, and Commando was done by Belize.
Okay, that's my guy too. Yeah. Shout out to Belize.
Shout out to Belize. Everything else is done by Wabi. Wabi did everything else, and we did a lot of songs that didn't make it, obviously.
Okay.
You know.
Still in all those records. Yeah, you're right.
I
think you made an EP out of the records that wasn't there, like Easy and all those records.
Yeah.
Like
it's a lot of songs that didn't make it.
Yeah.
About 30 and single. It's probably like
30 and single, Easy, freaking
Moon,
Loyalty.
Moon.
I want to talk about that. I feel like that record should have been on the album. That I understand because Chris is on two songs. That would make Chris on two songs.
Yeah.
But that song, I don't know, man. You know, I like you more. I like to hear you more on like the sample boom bap type of joints. Like to me, that it just brings out a different side of you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more of a vulnerable, and that's just who I am as like a listener. I like to listen to more the vulnerable side of people, like pick their brain and how they actually think and what they, you know what I mean, without the ratchet stuff. Like it doesn't take a lot of thought to make that to me.
Yeah.
But when you do songs like Loyalty or Back Then, or you know what I mean, it takes a level. You gotta tap into a certain
mind frame,
time.
Yeah, you gotta think about
and space to create those records. Playing a song, and my girl's like, "Is that Equan?" I'm playing Back Then off my phone. It's not even in the crib. I'm like, "Shit, yo, that's fire." I'm like, "Yeah, like that's the more like." She said, "Yeah, that's fire." And it's just one of those things where like, it's like when you like, you know, like the method I feel like what you have with this project is capture their ears, then you capture their hearts type of thing, because you left all the records that you did that were singles are the ones that you kind of basically had you did it, you approached it the way that a mainstream artist would in a sense, where you took all of the songs, what would be quote unquote radio songs, and put them out. Morning, Shorty, shooting in the gym, you know what I'm saying? And you left one or two of those same records on the tuck for the album, i.e. like Ugly and Wet, and then you gave us more of the vulnerable stuff, Thursday Freestyle, Rookie of the Year, The End, Back Then, like those records. You know what I'm saying? It was more like it was like an industry approach. It was kind of dope to see you do that. And now I'm looking at it from like in hindsight, like, just thinking about like, wow, that was kind of like, I don't know, was that intentional?
Some of it. I wanted to show like different sides of me, because it's like it's hard. Like a lot of people, they're like, you have to be this way, right? Mm-hmm. Or some people like, you gotta be this way, but we're not the same way every day. So it's like
no man is one way
every day
all the time.
So it's like a lot of the songs were different all the way they were, because I'm not the same all the time. You might like one day you might get this side of me, you might get the cool relaxed side of me. Sometimes I might talk about like some real stuff, sometimes I might talk about some women, you know, and sometimes I might, you know, think like ratchet or like ignorant, you know, so I'm always a different person. You know.
Do your girl support your music?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Cause I don't know. I'm not gonna say my girl do what she does.
I would say like certain songs.
Yeah,
I
feel like
certain songs.
It's like, and that I don't know how you feel about it. But that's my like. That is one of my goals.
Yeah.
To be able to create something that she will want to listen to every day.
Well, the thing is,
one of my friends will want to listen to every day. Because I feel like when we make music, right, they're not obligated to be our listeners. Of course not.
You want them to though.
You want them to be, but you can't obligate them to be that. That's why you got other people that listen to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I was to make something, I'm still trying to pull from different places to create that one record that she will like. That like if she's doing like dishes or something, she'll play it. Even though I don't want to hear it in my house.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear myself. That's just who I am. I don't want to hear my music in the house, but she would want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I catch her like playing on her playlist. Like, yo, turn that off. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. How do you feel about like, do you feel like when you play songs, it's like, all right. Like for your lady, it's like, all right.
I feel like certain songs.
Okay.
I feel like certain songs, like a lot of like the more like commercial type songs. Like I feel like maybe like a quarter of my project is like girl friendly, so like those type of songs.
Do we have
like,
to go? But do we have to approach it like that? Because I feel like
necessarily. I mean,
is that like a, but is that like a? I don't know, man. I be feeling like sometimes when I make a song about like a chick song, it's like a cheat code.
I mean. No, not really. I mean, cause like I like old music, so like there's a lot of like chick songs I like growing up too.
Yeah.
So it's like I sampled a lot of those songs. So it's like those are the songs I actually like that I sampled. So it's like to me it didn't feel like a cheat code, but it's like at the end of the day it's a business too.
I feel that.
So it's like you kind of like you could tap in to one side, but no matter who you are, there's always two sides.
Yeah,
like any rapper, they always have two sides to them.
I feel
it's
that.
like it's a other side you gotta tap into too.
Yeah.
Because it's like some people you're gonna wanna like give your heart, right? And you're gonna wanna rap from the heart. But then you got some people on this side, they don't really care about your heart. They don't care how you feel.
They care about how they feel.
They care about
and that's the thing too.
And they only wanna hear good music.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about it. I was talking to one of my mans. He was like, yo. He didn't understand. He's like, yo, why people like Cardi B? I'm like, because some people just need to come home from work, take their fucking jacket off, and get ratchet. And she's perfect for that to me. Like, I don't think that people, like you said, nobody is one way all the time. Right?
All the time.
So when you consider these records, sometimes you want to get away from the stuff sometimes you want to reflect on the stuff that you've been through and what you're going through.
Yeah.
I.e. Keep Your Head Up, like Tupac and all these records that we get.
Well,
Love Yours from J. Cole and all these other records. And you have those records, right? You have those back thens and all those records. But there's sometimes you want to get the fuck away from that.
Yeah, like
and those are the things that there's got to be some kind of balance.
There got to be some type of balance. It's like if I'm traveling to work, right? I probably will listen to like Nas or Jay-Z or like J. Cole or something like that. Like lately I've been going to the gym. I don't want to hear that shit in the gym. Honestly, like I go to the gym, I listen to Little Uzi or like Kodak Black or like Meek Mills or something like that. Like I want to hear.
I like NLE Chopper when I'm on the.
NLE Chopper, like stuff like that. I want to hear that type of shit when I'm in the gym. I don't want to hear like. I don't want to think. You know what I mean? It's not the time for me to think.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on an elliptical or something, or if I'm running, I usually listen to trap, 2 Chainz, NLE Chopper. What's my man's name from Detroit?
T Grizzly?
Nah. 42 Doug.
42 Doug, yeah.
I love that kid.
Yeah.
Him, Kodak. And then if I go to the weights, I'm listening to Griselda.
Yeah.
DMX. 50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sitting there. I'm not trying to like sit there and think. In certain situations, I don't want to think. If I go to a party, I don't want to think. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but if I'm by myself sometimes, I want to think.
So can I ask you a question? So do you say, like there's a setting for every record, right? What's more important to you, the speakers or the headphones?
Headphones.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And why is that?
I feel like you really could hear how it sounds. You know? A lot of shit, it's so many times I went to the studio and it shit sound fire in the studio.
Yeah.
And I get home and it sound like shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo. I know if I put some good headphones on, then it's like, alright, that shit's legit, you know what I mean?
I'm laughing because that is my life. Like, Not shit, but
It sounds like.
I've been there. I'm not there no more.
Yeah.
Right? But I've been there where it's like, and that has to do with the acoustics and the way it's mixed, and depending on the spacing and the space that you're recording in, all that shit. But when it comes down to it, the reason why I ask is because there's certain records that I could listen, like I could listen to ugly in speakers. It's not gonna penetrate me as well as if I listen to it in headphones.
Yeah.
But if I listen to back to the headphones,
You feel them more.
I feel them more.
Because it's one of those records. It's one of those records. Those are one of the records that really hit you. That's like a lone type of record.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like those are freestyle. Those are like to yourself. Like ugly is more like I'm in the club, I'm around people, I'm in like a social gathering.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean?
Like that's one of the ugly reminds me of something that you play right like during social gathering. It's like everybody's starting to come in.
Yeah.
Before like it really turns
Before
up.
It turns up, yeah. Like
You know what I'm
the
saying?
beginning of the club.
Yeah, the beginning where people start like, you know, people coming to the crib and they eating, they oh you got onion dip, whatever they were saying. And you know what I'm saying? It's starting. That's remind me of.
Yeah, that's a 10 o'clock joint.
Yeah.
10, 11.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, what's things like that too? Commando. I feel like Commando's a little more prime time getting into the. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a bitch in the Philippines on an island like Epstein. You got 2 drinks and you had when that drink came on.
Yeah, he killed that. I can't even say he killed it.
Yeah, that video, I can't wait to see that. If y'all ever shoot one, I want y'all to shoot one, but I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I plan on like shooting a video to every song. So.
Well, you got time.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about it is that you got time to do it.
Even when I drop the EP, it's probably still will overlap.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, still be like doing things for it.
Well, you know, it's gonna work out, man. But yeah, that was more than you asked for, nigga. You hear me? Way more content than you asked for. Ian? We signing off? Yeah, we signing off. That's what that meant. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me for cursing. Got a couple drinks in me. You know what I'm saying? We out. Equan Keith. Shooting the Gym is out right now. Stream it. More videos coming. Watch the videos that he got right now. Give him your handle, bro.
You can follow me Instagram Equan Keith, YouTube All-Star EQ, and SoundCloud Equan Keith.
Spotify?
Yeah, Spotify too. I think that one.
Instagram, YouTube.
I say Instagram, YouTube.
Facebook. What's it, Facebook?
Nah, I say Facebook.
You forgot Pornhub.
Listen to that, bro.